again to another one. I'm coming back again for this week. This is Hello Opportunity with me, Mr. Always Good. Let's talk about something today that I don't think is talked about enough. And I asked the question when I put the video out there. What is the lowest standard you could set for yourself? What's the lowest expectations you can have of yourself? I don't really think most people are going to like my answer, and maybe it'll take you a minute to let it sink in, but it's perfection. Probably not what most people expected to hear there. Perfection. Why is perfection the lowest standard you can have, the lowest expectation you can have of yourself? Well, because it really is procrastination, just by another name. And some of you might think that doesn't make sense. How is being a perfectionist the same as being a procrastinator? Well, just like your body chemically doesn't know the difference between being excited or being nervous, and really the only thing that makes it change is how you determine it to be, it's the exact same thing when it comes to being a perfectionist. What you're telling yourself is that you're delaying getting something done because you want it to be perfect. You're delaying to get something done. That is procrastination. Not doing it, delaying it, and putting it off till later. We will say it's because we're simply trying to make it perfect. But that's never really the case, because perfection is impossible. And we know that. And that's why when we strive for perfection, we guarantee procrastination. In the end, really, what is it? Like, the end result isn't any different. If you procrastinate or if you're a perfectionist, you simply aren't going to get shit done. You're not. You're going to hesitate, you're going to worry, you're going to delay. And really what causes the delay is the time in between when you feel that excitement, that desire to act, to do something, and then not doing it. The longer you go, there is a law of diminishing excitement. The longer it is in between, the moment you feel that urge and you taking action, then you are going to be less and less excited, which means your chances and likelihood of doing the thing go down with it. Just think about things in the past that you've started, thought of doing, and didn't do. I know I've had a lot of them. And it wasn't until I got rid of my desire for perfection that I was able to do the things that were scaring me because I was worried about not being perfect, that eventually turned into things that I became better at. Just like everything else in life, you weren't perfect when you first rode a bike. You definitely weren't perfect when you first started to walk or learn to talk. But we're fine when we're kids at failing and doing it again, and learning and doing it again, and failing and learning and doing it again. But as adults, we get so worried about what other people are going to think of us, about whether or not someone's going to see this setback, this minor failure, as a massive failure, that it stops us from even being willing to put ourselves out there as imperfect as we are, because there has never been a human being that has been perfect. Perfection is the way this universe was created. The ability for us to fail, learn and try again, and still produce results. And still, if we are willing to fail again and again and again, eventually the universe will give in to our persistence, our relentlessness in our pursuit of what we desire. That is perfection. And it is impossible for any human being, any mortal, to be able to do that. It took our Creator to make perfection. Who are we to believe that we can even come close? I just wanted to bring that out there. Remember, the lowest standard that you can ever set for yourself is perfection. Do not be a perfectionist, because that is just code word for procrastinator. And being a procrastinator, we all know, isn't going to get us where we want to be. Thank you guys again. I'll see you again next week for another Hello Opportunity.